A man accused of killing 8 people at Atlanta area spas will be spending the rest of his life in prison. Robert Long was sentenced after pleading guilty to 4 counts of murder. Amara Walker tells you the victims' families did not want to go through a long trial.
It really was an emotional day inside the courtroom. We heard from several people, including the sole survivor of the shooting, Alcides Hernandez Ortiz. He was shot in the face. He survived the shooting. That bullet, though, is still lodged in him. He spoke in a slow, raspy, very emotional voice, saying that this has been a very difficult time for him and his 10-year-old daughter, and that he can no longer sing as a result of his injuries. We also heard from the wife of Paul Michaels. He was one of the first to be shot and killed inside the Young's Asian Massage Spa on that day in March. The shooter was also extensively questioned by the judge, who asked a lot about his motivations, and we heard the shooter claim over and over again that he had a sex addiction. The judge later noted that sex addiction is not recognized as a mental health diagnosis. We also learned several new details about that day, that the suspect went room to room during this shooting spree, and that there were 6 people hiding inside Young's Asian Massage while the shooting was happening, terrified that they might be next. The Cherokee County District Attorney also spoke about the fact that had there not been a plea deal, she had actually intended to seek the death penalty and hate crime enhancements on the basis of gender. And she also said that there was no evidence from what they had gathered of any bias or prejudice the shooter might have had against Asians or Asian Americans. 2 of the people killed in that spa shooting were of Asian descent. Here she is talking more about that.
For a month since this tragedy, my team and I have gotten to know each of the victims' families. We've listened to their concerns. We've discussed at length the fact that this crime meets the statutory requirements to seek the death penalty, and that my office was prepared to move forward with notice to seek death as the punishment in this case. In our numerous conversations with the families of Ms. Tan, Ms. Fung, Mrs. Yan Gonzalez, Mr. Michaels, and with Mr. Hernandez Ortiz, they made it clear that their desire was for us to resolve this case short of trial and to resolve the case to the sentence that was imposed by the court today.
So what's next for the 22-year-old spa shooter? Well, his legal troubles are just about to begin in Fulton County. That is where 2 of the 3 spas that were targeted are located, and that is where 4 people, an additional 4 people, were killed, all of whom were Asian American. So the shooter will now be transferred to a Fulton County jail, and his arraignment is scheduled for August 23rd. Robin?
Amara, thank you. You know, Long also faces the death penalty in Fulton County as well.